Hello YouTube, Redneck Professor here, and we have had some intermittent showers today which have periodically forced me to come back inside the house, and so I am once again making beef jerky. So I thought I might do a short video to show you some in process and final product, since all you got to see the last time was the opening phase, as it were. The first thing we need to cover is that, yes, once again, the radio is playing, and it has to stay on today because I'm doing some very important research. I'm collecting data. Basically, every time the radio station plays Hollow Moon by AWOL Nation, I am recording it, because they play it constantly and incessantly. So, without further ado, this is some beef jerky, finished product. I started it about 3 o'clock this morning, and you can see it's got some very nice grain texture to it. It's still a little bit flimberly. For those of you who don't know that word, it means kind of bendable, flexible, flimberly. It's kind of like the way your knees feel when you've had too much to drink. Flimberly. So this is some finished product, and I haven't tried it myself, but the cat loved it. Like I say, I started this about 3 o'clock this morning. Well, actually, technically speaking, I started it yesterday because I marinated it from about 10 o'clock yesterday morning through to about 3 o'clock this morning. Half of the marination process was done at room temperature, the other half in the refrigerator. I do that operating under the assumption that warmer muscle tissue tends to expand, allowing the juices and flavors to seep in. I don't know if that's true or not, but it sounds scientifically awesome. And I've got another batch. Put this off to the side here. And I need to get my trusty old, you know, everybody needs one of these lion head sort of rare gloves. This is some in-process jerky. Doggone, it just fogged up the lens of the camera. This has been going on since about 10 o'clock today. Pretty much after I took that out of the oven, this went in. You see we still got a little moisture, some puddling. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab my trusty old spatula here. If you want to use plastic spatulas, that's up to you, but I haven't heard anything good about plasticizers mixing with food, so I trust bamboo. So basically I'm just going to sort of stir this up a little bit. The goal is to kind of get the moisture evenly spaced again, because we want to dry all of that out as much as possible. So I'm just going to kind of stir it up, try to get everything turned over, and then spread back out again. Sort of like that. So this has been in for 3 hours, and I'm going to put it in for at least another 3. I might let this run on for another 4 hours. But I got it kind of even back out again like this. Trusty old lion glove again. Rawr. And back into the oven it goes. Set the old timer to 3 hours. And get it going again. So now I have the batch that I made the other day, which is still in the refrigerator, and we've hardly made a dent in that batch so far. I've got this batch, which I completed this morning, and I've got another batch in the oven right now. And some of you might be wondering, what on earth does a good southern gentleman such as myself need with so much beef jerky? And if you happen to be asking yourself that question, it's probably because you're from up north somewhere and just don't know any better. Bless your heart. Of course, it could also mean that you're Australian. Either way, if you don't like the way I make my beef jerky, well then to hell with you.